Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are continuing Ethereal Enigma. And so yeah, let's hop right to it, shall we? I stifle a laugh. I thought you said you wanted a moment to rest and do nothing. Her cheeks flush.
Shush!
The boy stuffs his hands into his pockets as he checks out the display case. Mina lets out a soft, almost dreamy sigh. Take his one. Let's encourage her. I gently nudge her with my elbow. She jerks, snapping out of her trance.
Huh? What?
You're just standing there. Go on, take his order.
That's what I was gonna do.
She hurries off to the cash register. The boy glances at her and her cheeks redden.
Hi there. Can I help you?
He flashes her an easy smile, which makes Mina flush even brighter.
I've never been to this place before. Can you tell me about your hot cross bun options?
Oh my god, his name is literally Attractive Senpai.
Oh, of course.
She clears her throat.
As you can see, you have some hot buns.
The boy blinks.
What?
She sputters.
Wait, I mean, your buns are fresh. Not your buns, my buns. Wait, no, mine, like mine from the store.
Concern settled over his face.
On second thought, maybe something else. Do you have any bread rolls?
Mina nods.
Yes, role play is very important here at the bakery.
Role play?
Yes.
Her eyes widen.
Just rolls? I mean bread rolls.
A breathless, strained laugh puffs out of him. He looks around for something else to order.
Maybe I'll just go with a slice of pie.
Of course. Do you want a cream pie?
Mina quickly catches herself and her face turns bright red.
I mean, a cream pie. Like, do you want a slice of a pie that happens to contain cream filling? Because it's called a cream pie.
He blinks, then nods.
That sounds just fine.
She looks relieved.
No problem. Just 1 second, please.
Mina prepares his order and then disappears into the back. That's strange. The pastries are ready to go, so I'm not sure why she's back there. She returns a moment later to ring him up. After he pays, she hands him the bag.
Thanks.
He tries to take it from her, but Mina doesn't let go. She seems lost in a trance, staring into his eyes. He gives the bag a little tug. She snaps out of it.
Oh, sorry. Enjoy your dessert.
He gives her another odd look and then sits at one of the tables. When he's out of earshot, Mina lets out a low groan. She deflates against the counter. Oh, it's okay. I give her a sympathetic pat on the back. I don't know how to say it. Synthetic? I don't know. It's okay, Mina. It's like they always say. There are plenty more buns in the oven.
What? That's not right at all.
Or should I say plenty more hot buns where that came from. She snorts and shakes her head. Suddenly she's smirking. Wait, I'm confused. Didn't that just go really badly? Why you look so smug? Mina grins and puts her hands on her hips.
Because, dear cousin, I am smoother than you think.
I arch an eyebrow. Did we just witness the same thing? She lifts up her chin and pins me with a confident stare.
Nope. Because when I was in the back, I wrote my number on the pie and frosting.
She looks over to see that he's already eaten half of the pie. Crumbs sprinkle onto the plate as he takes another big bite. Most of her number has already disappeared. Mina's face pinches in horror.
No!
She reaches out as if she can stop it, but it's too late. The deed has been done.
My number!
Her body slumps over with shame.
World, why?
I laugh and pat her on the back. It's alright, Mina. Better luck next time. She groans. When the boy is done eating, he waves at her.
Thanks for the pie. It was delicious.
Mina waves back, wearing a strained smile. The ding of the door announces his exit. Once he's out of sight, she hides her face in her hands, crestfallen and defeated. I pat her on the back. There. On the plus side, work is almost over. She perks up.
That's true. And my friend and I have plans tonight.
See, it's not all bad.
Yeah, you're right. Who knows? Maybe we'll run into another cute guy.
Just don't offer him any more cream pies. Mina playfully shoves me, but the smile has returned to her face. Aunt Emiko pops into the store.
Hey guys, can one of you help us out back here with the dishes?
Of course. I turn to Mina and flash her a grin. Mina would love to do the dishes. Her eyes sparkle as her mouth lifts to a smirk.
Oh no, cuz. You can do it since I know how much you love doing dishes.
What are you talking about? When did I say that? She hums and taps her chin.
I seem to remember you appreciating the artistry of cups and the durability of bowls.
Wait a minute. That's not the same thing. I was being a supportive friend. She flashes me a grin.
As a matter of fact, since you appreciate them so much, you can do all of them.
What? Aunt Emiko beams.
Perfect. We appreciate the help.
Damn. Is this what I get? What? Hold on. Damn, is what I get for hyping up a friend in need? I shake my head. Well, there's no use complaining about it. I'll be there in a second, Aunt Emiko. She nods and faces me in a smug grin.
Don't think you're off the hook, Missy. We need help with that big catering order. So in you come too.
Aw, okay.
The two of them disappear back into the kitchen. I pull out my phone and text Kira, letting her know that I have to work late. My phone dings with a reply text. Kira agrees to push back our meeting time. Once I'm in the kitchen, I roll up my sleeves and get to work. There's a lot to do, but having my aunt and uncle to talk to makes it go by faster. The rest of the workday goes by smoothly. When we're finally done, Mina and I hurry home. I'm running late by the time we arrive at the house. First thing I do is claim the shower. There are worse things to smell like than freshly baked bread, but I don't need to make people hungry whenever I walk past them. After getting dressed, I'm ready to meet Kira at the shrine. As I pass by Erilynn's room, I wonder if I should let her know I'm leaving. Her door is currently closed, but the information we hope to find directly affects her. Should I disturb her? Let's knock. I'm remembering how rudely she woke me up yesterday. I decided to just knock. Gathering my fist, I rap twice on the door. There's no response. Is she asleep? I knock once more. Still no response. It's probably better that she doesn't join us anyway. Grabbing my things, I head out of the house and make my way to the shrine. The walk over there feels longer than usual. My breath comes in gasps as I pick up the pace. Finally, I see the familiar gates. Kira stands in front of them and greets me as I approach.
Hello.
Hey, sorry I'm late. I hope you haven't been waiting long. She shakes her head. This is the first time I've seen her out of her school uniform. I must be staring a bit too long because she breaks the silence.
Is something wrong?
I feel like there's a trick question. Not that one. Maybe the top one? Fuck it, we're doing it. I snap out of my stare, feeling my cheeks burn as I look away. Kira's already beautiful to begin with. This outfit makes her look so elegant and feminine. The school uniforms really don't do her justice. Sorry, I didn't mean to stare, it's just that you look really great today. My eyes widen as I realize how that sounds. Not that you don't look great every day. You do. I mean, it's not like I've been staring or, is it just me or is it getting warm in here? I feel the heat rising in my face. To my surprise, Kira bows her head in a graceful nod.
Thank you.
Woo! Thumbnail. Should we head in? Kira nods. We go to the gates and enter the shrine grounds. There are a good number of people wandering about. Families crowd the main hall, wishing for blessings of health and good fortune. Many couples gaze lovingly at each other as they wish for happiness, and even more single people look wistfully around the shrine, holding amulets for love. I wonder where we should start. Do you remember where you saw that thing in the sky? Kira looks up, shielding her eyes from the sun.
It was right above where Erilynn landed on you. About there.
She points to a spot in the air. I glance up at the sky. It's clear today without a cloud in sight. I don't see anything abnormal.
Neither do I. It's not like it was the other night.
Our best bet is still to find the old woman then. I give Kira a description of what I remember. Scanning the crowd, I look for the familiar face of that mysterious old lady. The crowd of people is too thick for me to spot her. Kira takes a curious glance around her too. We'll never find her this way. Maybe we should ask around to see if anyone's seen her. She nods.
If we split up, we'll cover more ground.
Yeah. We agreed to meet back here, and Kira disappears into the crowd. I look around again, wondering who I should approach. Ha! All old people know each other, right? Find someone who works here. Let's go with that. Our best chance of finding this old woman is to ask someone who also spends a lot of time at the shrine. There were a few groundskeepers sweeping the steps the night that I met her. There are a few more working here today. Recognizing their uniform, I approach the nearest groundskeeper. I can't tell if he's the same one from that night or not. Excuse me, do you happen to know if there's an old woman who frequents the shrine? The man looks at me, rubbing his chin.
You're going to have to be more specific than that. The elderly are always visiting the shrine.
She has short, gray hair. I try to remember what she looks like, but there isn't anything specifically identifying about her. She likes to talk about something called Ethereal Energy and encourages people to make wishes at the shrine. The groundskeeper frowns.
Ethereal Energy. Listen, young man, I haven't got time for pranks. If you don't actually need anything, then please excuse me.
He thinks I'm making things up. Not that I can blame him. Sorry for bothering you. Thank you anyway. I'll leave him be. That's a really happy looking guy. I see a guy about my age with a big smile on his face. He's clutching an amulet and mouthing thank you to this guy. That looks like the face of someone whose wish that was granted. I approach him. Excuse me. He turns to me.
What they say about the shrine is real. If you make an offering, your prayer may just be answered.
Hopeful man. My heart does a little flip. That sounds familiar. Where did you hear that?
Oh, from someone here. And they were right. I prayed for love, and I just got a text from the cute girl I work with. It can't be a coincidence.
He heard that from someone at the shrine? That's great, but back to who told you. Was it an old woman with short gray hair?
No, I don't think so. On second thoughts, I might have read it off a plaque.
Ha!
But that's not important. I have a date to plan.
He wishes off before I can ask more. Well, that went nowhere. All old people know each other, right? It takes one to know one. Besides, if I were an old lady, who would my friends be? Probably other old ladies. I approach a woman who waits patiently outside of the offering hall. Excuse me. She jumps at my voice.
Oh, young man, are you lost?
Her eyes are full of concern. No, I'm actually looking for someone and wondered if you've seen her. She's an old woman about your height with gray hair.
Is that your grandmother? Have you been separated from your family?
Elderly woman 1. I try to think of more details. No, she's someone who's very enthusiastic about something called Ethereal Energy.
What? Esther's family? Hold on.
She calls out to another elderly woman standing around the amulet booth.
Esther! This young man says you're his grandmother.
No, actually.
What, dear?
The woman cups her hands around her mouth and shouts again.
This young man says you're his grandmother. What?
While they're distracted, I quietly slip away. That didn't go the way I expected. It's clear that nobody knows who I'm talking about. Disheartened, I returned to the meetup point. It hadn't struck me just how fruitless this endeavor was until I started asking around. Realistically, with no name or anything to go off of, what were the chances that we'll find this woman anyway? I don't have to wait long before Kira returns. A sliver of hope stirs in my chest. Any leads? She shakes her head, squashing that tiny ray of hope.
You?
I shake my head too, and let out a sigh as I sit on the stone bench. Asking the locals was a long shot anyway. Kira sits beside me and wordlessly hands me a bottle of water. Oh, thanks. Where did you get this?
Over there.
She points to the other side of the hall where a small refreshment stand offers drinks, then holds up a second bottle for herself. I shall accept this gift. That was nice of her to buy me this water. I won't ruin her kindness by insisting I pay her back. I appreciate you getting one for me.
No problem.
I take a sip. I guess now is as good a time as any to take a break. She nods, drinking a sip of water. As I take another drink, I glance at Kira out of the corner of my eye. Her attentiveness just now surprises me. I didn't think she noticed the little things. I still don't have a very good read on her. She likes to keep to herself and remains disconnected at school, so her interest in Erilynn's situation is unusual. My thoughts return to the rumors. Is she really an Igarashi? Would it be rude of me to ask? As if sensing my thoughts, Kira turns towards me, meeting my eyes. I may as well ask. I've been wondering something.
About the old woman?
No, about you, actually. She remains motionless, turning back to her water.
What about me?
Are you related to the famous Igarashi conglomerate?
Yes.
The change is very subtle, but I notice it. There's a dullness in her eyes and a sharpness in her tone. Huh. I wouldn't expect a family such as yours to live here in Matsukaze. I think it's how you say it. I don't know. I thought you all live in the city.
They do.
I blink. So you live here by yourself? She nods, keeping her expression carefully blank. Sounds lonely. That seems like it'd be lonely, especially as someone new in town.
It's something you get used to.
Used to? So you lived alone before?
I attended boarding school in junior high and lived in the dorms.
I see. At least the dorm had friends who could keep you company. She hesitates.
Right.
I glance at her. The way she said that didn't sound very convincing. But now you're living entirely on your own.
Like I said, I've gotten used to it.
That doesn't make it any less lonely. Kira fidgets with her water bottle. If it ever gets too lonely, you're welcome to come by. She blinks. My face flushes. I meant my family's bakery. Mina and I both work there, so if you ever want to hang out, we're there all the time. She thinks for a second, hides her face before answering.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Woo! She glances my way again.
Do you live with your parents?
I nod, but they travel for work for most of the year, and are rarely home. Kira looks in front of her.
Rarely home.
Yeah, but they always check in with me, so I hear from them often. And I still have my aunt, uncle, and my cousin, Mina, in the house too, so I don't feel lonely. She blinks.
So you're always surrounded by family?
Yep, sometimes it can get a little annoying when I want my own space, but that's a small sacrifice to make. I can't even imagine how I would have gotten up for school back in the day if Mina wasn't around to wake me. She goes quiet.
That sounds very nice.
Her voice has a strange, hollow tone to it. She fiddles with the water bottle in her hand. What about your family? What are they like? Kira remains silent, and I wonder if I offended her. As she is about to answer, a little boy who looks no more than 5 years old faces towards us. His cheeks are rosy pink. As he skids to a stop, he sticks a palm out in front of us.
Give me money.
That's rude. For a moment, I'm too surprised to speak. Who is this kid demanding money off of strangers? Didn't your mother ever teach you to say please? His eyes widen.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
He flashes a bright, excited grin, exposing a gap in his front teeth.
Give me money, please.
That's a little bit better, but just barely. Kira holds out a coin.
Here.
The little boy's face lights up. I notice Kira's expression softens as he snatches the coin out of her hand.
Thank you, lady. Now I can make a wish.
Ah. Ask him what his wish is. What are you going to wish for? He puts her finger to his lips.
Can't tell you. It's a secret.
He races off just as quickly as he arrived. I watch him pause by the offering box. He drops in the coin before clasping his hands together. I glance at Kira. She watches the child squeeze his eyes shut as he makes a wish. I'm surprised you gave him the coin.
It was a small gesture that made him really happy.
I can't help but smile. Kira does have a softer side to her, even if it's not readily apparent.
Koji!
A breathless woman runs out after the boy. When she sees him by the offering box, she pauses, catching her breath. Spotting us, she hurries over.
I'm so very sorry for Koji. Please excuse him for disturbing you.
He was no trouble at all.
You're too kind, but I know he was rude. And I apologize again for that. He's still young and too excitable.
She calls out to her son.
Koji, come here. Let me give you a coin first, and then you can make a wish.
It's okay, Mama. The lady already gave me one.
The mother turns back to Kira with wide eyes and she bows.
Thank you so much for helping him. Please, let me repay you.
She tries to slip a coin to Kira's hands, but Kira shakes her head, refusing to accept it.
It was my pleasure to help.
Please, this is the least I can do.
The woman urges Kira to accept the coin, but she remains firm.
When I was his age, a kind stranger gave me a coin to make my first wish too. I'm grateful that I could pay it forward, and I'm sure your son will too one day.
The mother nods, her face softening into a smile as she puts the coin away.
You have a good heart. Thank you again. Please, let me know if there's any other way I could repay you.
She looks back at her son, smiling. Affection makes her eyes twinkle.
Koji loves coming to the shrine. I don't quite understand it myself, but I'll keep bringing him here if it makes him happy.
Does that mean you visit often? She nods.
More often than most.
I share a glance at Kira. If this lady visits the shrine often, maybe she'll know other people who hang around here too. Do you know of an old woman who also likes to visit the shrine? She has short, gray hair and likes to encourage people to make wishes. She pauses, thinking.
Oh, maybe you're thinking of Miss Tanaka.
Kira and I share a glance. Miss Tanaka?
Yes, I've seen her at the shrine pretty often. She reminds Koji to make a wish whenever she sees him. She always says it's the perfect opportunity for it.
My pulse quickens. Could this be the woman we've been searching for? Do you know if she was at the shrine last Thursday?
She may have been. I think she's normally here on Mondays and Thursdays, but I'm not too certain of her schedule.
She was here last Thursday. It must be her. That could be her. Thank you so much. She smiles.
I'm happy to help.
Mama, I'm done.
Koji waves at his mother.
Koji, don't move.
The woman thanks us again before hurrying after her son. I faintly hear her scolding him as she scoops him into her arms. Hope makes my body feel light. Excitement bubbles within me as I turn to Kira. Miss Tanaka sounds like our best lead. She nods.
Sounds like she won't be back until Monday, though.
Yeah, would you want to come back here with me on Monday?
Sure.
Great, we can head here after school. Kira nods again.
Now that we have a lead, I'm going to head out. It's getting late and there are a few things I need to do.
Squinting, I glance at the setting sun. Orange and yellow blazes in the sky. I hadn't realized it's gotten so late. Thanks again for coming with me today.
I'm glad we were able to make some progress.
Me too. We make our way out of the shrine together. When we reach the gate, we say our goodbyes and go our separate ways. My mind is racing with thoughts of Miss Tanaka as I walk all the way home. When I arrive home, I see Erilynn waiting for me in the living room. As soon as she spots me, she jumps to her feet and rushes to my side.
Finally, you're home!
I'm taken aback by her sudden appearance. What's wrong? Are you okay?
No, I'm not!
Why? What's wrong?
I've been suffering for hours!
Suffering? This sounds serious. What happened?
What happened is that I have been starving!
I blink. What?
There's no food.
What do you mean there's no food?
I mean, I checked the kitchen and there was no food.
It can't be possible. Aunt Emiko keeps the kitchen stocked. Did you bring anything to the bakery? Let's go take a look. I head to the kitchen. Erilynn follows at my heels. First thing I notice is the bread on the counter. Opening the fridge, I spot the unusual staples of meat and vegetables. There's plenty of food here. Erilynn points to the kitchen table.
No, it's empty.
I point to everything in the kitchen. Then what's all this?
They're ingredients to make food, not food.
Then put those ingredients to use. She looks as if I suggested she eat her home. There's bread, ham, and cheese. You can have easily made yourself a sandwich. Erilynn stares frankly.
Make a sandwich?
Yes. She continues to stare at me. Considering her reaction to the sandwich we ate the other morning, I have a strong feeling I know the answer to the question I'm about to ask. Have you ever made a sandwich before?
Of course not.
It's easy. All you do is grab the bread, make sure that you add any condiments to it, grab your filling, layer them on top.
Hold on.
What?
I'm hearing a whole lot of words coming from you, but don't understand how any of that will cure me of my famine.
I sigh, biting back my frustration. If you would listen, then you'd know. She sighs and puts a hand on her hip. Finally. Like I was saying, all you need to do is put the condiments and filling between the two slices of bread. That's it. Erilynn blinks slowly, her expression remaining flat. I'll make those sandwiches. I'll teach her. I don't care if she doesn't really understand, but what I just said or if she's pretending, she's gonna have to make the sandwich herself. No, you don't want to? I shrug. I guess you aren't that hungry after all. Her eyes widen.
I haven't eaten all day.
Well, I just told you how to make a sandwich. You should try making one. I cross my arms, remaining firm in my choice. She looks away and flicks her hair in response.
Yes, well, it sounds easy enough. If the simple common folk can do it, then I certainly can as well.
Great. She looks awkwardly at the ingredients. Maybe she really does need more help than that. You know what? All this talk of sandwiches is making me hungry too. I think I'll make one for myself.
Just as long as it doesn't interfere with my royal sandwich.
She watches me closely as I grab the first slice of bread and put it on in my plate. Then she mirrors my movements. Erilynn continues to sneak glances my way. I pretend as if I don't notice, but slow down so she can follow how I build my sandwich. I start to get the hang of the thing. I see a smile grow on her face. She watches me spread the mayo on one slice of bread and looks curiously at the condiment. Dipping somewhat on a spoon, she tastes it and her face lightens up. After adding the last slice of bread, she beams proudly at her creation.
See? It was simple, just as I expected. And look how magnificent it is!
She glances over at my sandwich.
Yours looks acceptable, but doesn't even compare to the sheer perfection that is mine.
Looks is just one part of it. The taste is more important. Erilynn's smile becomes smug.
Oh, I'm not worried about it. I know that mine will taste fantastic.
Oh yeah?
I made sure of it by adding a secret ingredient.
What ingredient?
Mayonnaise!
I blink. That's not a secret. I add mayo too.
Yes, but only on one slice of bread. I added 2 layers of mayo on both slices of bread. If having just a little mayo makes it delicious, then having extra mayo will make it extra delicious.
I don't think that's how it works. She flips her hair. Her smug smile is still in place.
I wouldn't expect a mere peasant like you to understand.
Full of confidence, she orders a sandwich and takes a big bite. Immediately she freezes. Her eyes grow wide and her smile drops. With great difficulty, she swallows the mouthful.
It's delicious.
She forces down another bite. I'll follow your own sandwich. I'm not so cool as to make her suffer through eating that. On second thought, I'm not actually very hungry at all, though. You can have mine.
Oh, I couldn't possibly.
I slide my plate over to her. If you don't eat it, then it'll just go to waste. She glances at my sandwich and the one in her hand.
Well, it is rude to refuse a gift, and one shouldn't waste food, so of course I will dutifully accept.
Putting her sandwich back on its plate, she takes a bite out of mine, sighs happily. Is it good?
Yes!
She blushes at her outburst before quickly covering up.
I mean, it's obviously not as good as mine was, but I'll make do.
I can't help but smile. Once we're finished eating, Erilynn stretches in a wide yawn.
Oh my, well, I'm going to go and rest. I've had such a long day.
A long day of what?
I'm nearly starving to death. Trying to just survive takes so much energy.
Every day seems to be a long day for you. She glares at me, putting her hands on her hips.
It's not by choice, I assure you.
I smile in response. If you're ever stuck in a similar situation, at least now you know how to make a sandwich. Her face melts into a proud smile.
Yes, all in a day's work.
She turns to leave. Your plate? Pausing, she briefly glances at it and then flicks her wrist in dismissal.
Oh, yes, I'm done. You can take it away. Good night.
She gracefully exits the room. My gaze goes flat. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have hit the 30-minute mark. Well, almost 31, but that doesn't matter. I'm going to continue this series, and I'm going to continue this game, and the videos will be out on every Monday. I want to say 9 a.m. So yeah, I'm hoping y'all are looking forward to that, and I guess some big playthroughs coming up soon. I'm now working on first shift at my job, so more videos will be coming out. And so yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the videos I put out, because one series I might be doing a redo of it, and then when I finish that redo, I'm gonna unpublish all the other old ones. But I'll let y'all know in like a post if I do that or not. But anyways, hope you guys like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.